Greetings and salutations, this is True Blue Magic Dude, and I have a gripe to pick with Tyson Rinehart, the writer for Funimation. Now, if you don't know what Funimation is, they localize anime. Anime is Japanese animation. The thing is, he decided not to do his job. He went out of his way to insult consumers, possible consumers, because here's the thing that he wrote into his anime. Whoa, cut the brakes, Arthur Fonzarelli. You got to stick up at your ass, or are you the one of those dumbass Gamergate creep shows? The original line in the anime, in the original source material, is, "You keep talking to me like we're on equal terms, but I'm a second year. You have to address me as a superior more politely. Shut up." How the hell does that translate to a Gamergate quip? This is unexcusable. The fact that you have somebody out there that doesn't want to do their job. Here's the thing. Localizations exist for people that do not have the privilege to speak Japanese, to understand Japanese. They exist in order for one product to make it across the shores into another country. That's why. If you want to shoehorn your politics, then why don't you just become a politician? Because this is not you doing your job. This is you shoehorning politics. Instead of focusing on translating anime, perhaps you should take a career into politics. Take a career into becoming a senator. Because that is where your words are needed, not in anime. If you got gripes to pick, if you got things on your mind, leave that at home. You have no business, Tyson, to bring that into the workplace, to bring that into people's homes. That would be like if I spit into your food when you're at my restaurant, which, by the way, I don't work at a restaurant, but I'm just saying, if you were going to my restaurant and I spit into your food, would you like that? No, you wouldn't. Because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the person that put the money on your table, because that's what it is. The person that hired you to localize anime. Keeping that in mind. He hired you, and who buys the anime? The consumers. The consumers buy the anime. They're the ones that get Funimation money. Your job is to get Funimation money. If you're not doing your job, guess what? The consumers aren't going to be paying to Funimation. And that's it. I'm at a boycott with Funimation. And here's the thing. I grew up on Funimation. I grew up on Dragon Ball. I grew up on Outlaw Star. I grew up on Cowboy Bebop. I'm not sure if Outlaw Star was from... I think it was. But nevertheless, I grew up on Cowboy Bebop. I grew up on a lot of their stuff. And, you know, it's just... to see... This is what happens when a company gets so big that they're too big for its britches. Anyway... So his response to the criticism about his rewrite, because that's what it is. It's a rewrite. It's not a translation of a script. It's not even like a slightly modified script. It's a rewrite. That's what it is. His response is, if you think rape threats against women in gaming are acceptable, I'm glad my script pissed you off. That's his response. So basically you just spit into the consumer's food. That's what you did. And here's the thing. I don't understand why the workplace doesn't... They don't reprimand people for their bullshit. They don't reprimand people enough. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because... they pretty much just said, you know, screw it. We don't care. They didn't do anything. They didn't give him a slap on the wrist. They didn't fire him. It's just another guy in this economy not doing their job while having one. And here's the thing. There's a lot of people that make fan subs. A lot of people that translate stuff word for word. And you know what? They deserve the job. because they're the ones that are willing to do it for free. This person has a job and he abuses his terms of employment. That is disrespectful to the consumer. That is disrespectful to the person that hired you to do the job. And that is disrespectful to the person that wrote the source material. How would you feel if you created a comic book or an anime or a movie or a video game or anything that has writing in it? And then some company localizes it and it has no words that you said. What happens? They put their words in your mouth. Their words is in your mouth. And that is what Tyson did. He put his words in the creator of Prison School's mouth. And that should not be tolerated. That is unacceptable. And as far as rape threats against women in gaming go, guess what? It happened to me. I'm a man and I had a rape threat. It happens to everybody, not just women. It's not just one side of the line. Because here's the thing. You're so full of crap, Tyson, that you can't see past your own dick. Because you know what? Everybody has issues. But it's up to you to leave them at home. Because taking them to work with you is unprofessional. It is something I would never do. And to see the fact that people like Kim Davis, who did not do their job and refused gays to get married, and this guy who is not doing his job and is completely rewriting an anime, because that's what it is, you have to have a no tolerance policy in the workplace. Because this is unacceptable. It's inexcusable. And I don't want an apology from Funimation. I don't want him to get a slap on the wrist. I want a termination of employment. That's what I want. I want terminations of employment for all these people that are not doing their jobs. It needs to start being a thing. Because it's out of line. And, Funimation was one of the companies I grew up with, and it's not a company that I'm going to be supporting any longer. The last thing I supported Funimation with was Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F, which was in theaters this year, and I was so happy to be able to see anime in the theaters. And the thing is, I'm not going to see any more of it because I can't support Funimation. They're the only company that has the balls to bring animation into theaters. And they were bringing Attack of the Titan, the live-action movies, in theaters. I almost bought the tickets. But I'm glad I didn't. Knowing this, I'm glad I didn't. And I'm not going to buy any more of your products. I'm not going to buy Dragon Ball Super whenever you decide to localize that. Dragon Ball Super, I'm going to read the fan subs. I swear to God, I'm going to read the fan subs. Because your localization team, what's the point? What's the point? If I'm not going to get the source material and I'm just going to get fan rewrites and fan fiction and all this crap, what's the point? I'm not paying for fan fiction. I'm not paying for rewrites. I'm paying for the source material. I'd rather read the manga. If I'm gonna read, I'd rather read the manga. Because here's the thing: the reason why I watch dubs is because I don't like reading when I watch an anime. But at this point, I'm just gonna hit up the fan subs. I'm gonna hit up the mangas because I can't trust your company, Funimation, Tyson specifically. I can't trust you. And if the whole Gamergate thing bothers you so much to where you have to take it in the workplace, why don't you go see a therapist? Because it sounds to me like you need to work your problems out of work. And this is just ridiculous. I don't get this. I don't get it at all. I don't get what happens when people could just not do their job and make money off of it. This is just, it's petty and it's childish, and Funimation just needs to work on getting their thing straight, because this is not good. And I'm boycotting it, and this is the news I have to bring to you, because if I don't, who else will? More people need to talk about this, And I want to see things trend. I want to see hashtag boycott Funimation and and hashtag source material matters. I want to see those trends on Twitter, because source material does matter, and integrity in companies matters above anything else. If you have no integrity in your company, then your company's going to be gone. And if your company's gone, you have no food that you can put on the table. The whole point of having a job is so you can survive. And guess what? If you don't have a job, you can't survive. You have no money to put food on the table. Anyway, this is True Blue Magic Dude, giving you the truth, and I'm out. I'll see you next time.